But first, let's start with such a treat. This weekend, you can get a taste of a classical concert in medieval Vienna without leaving Wiltshire. A Viennese Strauss Gala is being held at the Wyvern Theatre in Swindon this evening, and star of the show is Marie Kesselman, who is with me now. It's Friday afternoon. We need shaking up a little bit, I think, to really get things going. So would you mind giving us a preview of what the audience can experience tonight?
Oh, I'll have a go.
OK, go.
Call Vienna mine, call night and day with your songs divine. Show me your radiant skies of blue. Bring back the glory that once I knew. Call Vienna mine, round me a garland of love you twine. Make all my wonderful dreams come true. My heart belongs to you.
My goodness, thank you so much, Maria. I definitely feel like we're ready for Friday now.
Oh, good.
Will you tell me about that piece of music that you just sang?
Yes, well, it's describing Vienna, isn't it? And how, you know, the whole spirit of it. And that's the second song in the programme that we do. We start off with a where we're all four of us singing with the wonderful orchestra behind us, which is a medley of Strauss, Lehar and Kalman. All the songs that people know, actually, whether they know or not. They can all, you know, sing along to it. And,
it's such an amazing art form to be able to sing that song, but also communicate the meaning. Is that really important to you, that the audience feel like they understand that story?
Hugely important. Yeah, I think lyrics are as important as the music always, you know, so I think because we all want to relate to whatever we're listening to, don't we? So anything that tells a story.
And how do you get that across?
I tend to think in pictures. So if I'm seeing the picture and if I'm feeling the atmosphere of what I'm talking about, it magically seems to come across. Whereas if you're sort of thinking about people watching you and being judged and all that sort of thing, you can't be in the moment of singing about what you're talking about. So that's how I think about it.
Tell me how you became a soprano. You've done so many different things with musical theatre over the last few years. So where did it start for you?
It started, well, my mother was a pianist, wonderful pianist. And she used to put me in for a little, well, I used to watch her doing competitions and I said, can I do something? And she thought, well, she can't teach me piano that quickly. So she put me in for some singing festivals at the age of 7. And so that's how I started. But I was also a dancer and I went to stage school, arts educational, where I did ballet and then worked as a ballet dancer. Tap and jazz and all that sort of thing, and had singing lessons and drama lessons there as well. And then I went to the Royal College of Music, and then I got into Phantom after the Royal College. So.
Yeah, I mean, Phantom of the Opera, of course, so amazingly successful and so loved as a story. What was it like to work on that for such a long period of time?
It was, at the time, a phenomenon, and we didn't know it was going to be a success. And it was my first job, literally. So... but then it just took off and the critics loved it and people were queuing round the door forever. I started off understudying Sarah Brightman and then I took over and I did 2 shows a week. And it was, being thrown in at the deep end, actually. First time I went on, I hadn't had any rehearsal because it was a shock. So...
And I suppose also going into that atmosphere where you're doing 2 shows a week, it's an amazing test for the voice, isn't it? What do you do when you're in that long run of shows? How do you keep yourself healthy and keep your voice healthy? Yeah,
you don't have that much of a social life out of it. A quick trip to the pub afterwards, maybe. But, sometimes I was doing 6 a week. You know, it varied. So, and when I wasn't doing that, I was in the ensemble as well. So it was a lot to do. You just build up the stamina, and it is mic'd, so it's not quite the same as this. The Viennese thing that we're doing this evening is much more acoustic, so we're having to project our voices a lot more. But Phantom, was my... But still, it is a bit of an endurance test,
Yeah. As well as being an artist who performs live, you've also been a recording artist and you've released music. So what's that like, working in the studio when you're used to seeing this wonderful crowd of people in front of you?
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
But I love it because you can play around with sounds and experiment with the sort of sound you want to make and the words. And because it's more intimate, you can almost express the words more, and you've got to get the expression over without a visual, haven't you? Yeah. So, but the thing about recording is that you become such a perfectionist, it can drive you mad because you listen to it and you think, oh no. And because if it was live, you wouldn't think any more about it. It'd just be gone, wouldn't it? But this is something that people are going to be listening to, hopefully, over and over. And you think, oh no, that's not right. Then, but you just have to settle for something.
Tell me about a Viennese Strauss Gala. So for those people who perhaps have never seen anything like this and haven't been to a show like this before, what can they expect? What's it like?
It's very uplifting. There's lots of waltzing. I think a lot of people are now familiar with André Rieu, with which I love what he's done because of all the colours he uses and the massive production. Ours is a slightly smaller scale, but it's all that sort of music. So it's very waltzy, Strauss. It's like, as I say in the show, when I was a little girl and a Viennese ball came on the telly, I was inspired by all those dresses and the romance of it all and everything. And it made me want to dance. So hopefully we're going to make people want to dance and sing, mainly. There's not a lot of room for the audience to dance, but if they can sing along with us, that'd be great.
They can sway. They can
sway, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure the Wyvern Theatre will be fine with that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Have you been to Vienna and have you performed in Vienna before?
No.
Really?
Sad.
Well, we need to
get that sorted.
The campaign starts here, Maria.
Somebody take me to Vienna.
That would be nice. So you're performing this evening. Just from that short introduction that you gave us, I think it's going to be wonderful. So A Viennese Strauss Gala at the Wyvern Theatre. Just before you go on stage, what are you doing? So the show's this evening. What do you do between now and then?
I might go to the shops.
Okay. I thought you'd have this ritual where you need to soothe your throat. And
I drink a lot of tea.
Okay.
And I might have a quick lie down and a bit of a warm up.
All right.
And then we'll have a sound check with the orchestra, and that's it.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It was really nice to meet you and to hear that wonderful music. So you can see A Viennese Strauss Gala at the Wyvern Theatre in Swindon this evening. For all the details, give them a call or you can go to swindontheatres.co.uk. Maria, thank you.
Thank you.